We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to Gabbing
Gabbing
with Gracie.
and Heather.
This week we're continuing our conversation on Boy Band Confidential. This is part 2, and we are jumping in mid-discussion. Enjoy.
I thought it was really interesting about All for One and how they were talking about segregation in the system and how it's not the fans, it's the industry. I think it's still like that.
Oh, it should be, right? Like, this wasn't that long ago. This has been...
Well, it shouldn't be, but it's not surprising, I think is what you're saying, right?
It's yes. I mean, we're having a hard time in, quote unquote, regular society dealing with segregation. So I can only imagine the music industry. But again, this is something interesting that you like all of this. You just see a facade. You just see a group of good looking guys that have great voices, and you just are fawning over them. There's so much shit that's going on in the back, and you have no idea about the segregation. The fact that there are people going through hotel rooms looking for boys to men to do God knows what to them. And then
that was a crazy story. And I actually just found out about that a month ago. So it was crazy.
Probably from the Confidential documentary.
It wasn't though. It was something. Oh, it was somebody had said something about I had researched it, and then it came up in Boy Band Confidential, and I was like, this is crazy that I just researched this, because I had seen something about somebody was One Sweet Day was such a great collab because they were both going through writer's block and major grief processing their losses. And I was like, losses? So I looked it up, and Mariah Carey's producer had passed away, who she was really good friends with. And then the manager being murdered while on tour. And so they decided to get together, and they did One Sweet Day. And it's such a great song. I still listen to it to this day, and it didn't get its flowers.
Who was it that got it?
Oh, who won the awards that year?
Yeah, they said the name because they weren't expecting it.
I can't remember, but it's outrageous that they didn't get anything, because that I mean, hands down, nobody can deny that song is not a great song, great collaboration.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Tearjerker.
Definitely, that's the song that's going to make you cry all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. And the other one was, I believe it was Angel Ashley Parker, who said they were O-Town in Germany, and a girl had cut herself. His name into her arm.
That was a whole nother thing. Fans are crazy. I can't stand. This is why I can't get too much into fandom. These people are crazy. I remember, this is so mild while I'm thinking about this compared to the other things. But I remember being this is wild even back then. When we went with Melissa to go see New Kids on the Block, I remember, first of all, I'm very proud of myself because I was within 4 feet of Joey, and I did not leap through the air and tackle him.
You see, you're part of the problem, Heather.
I didn't do it though. But I remember there was this woman, this grown-ass woman, that was in front of us, and she was on the ground. She looked like she was having a seizure. I thought she was having a legitimate medical issue. And she was just so excited to be at a New Kids on the Block concert that she was she threw herself on the ground and was flailing about. And I thought that was wild. And then you hear about people carving their names into people. Somebody just went to court for trying to break into JK from BTS's house. And didn't another a female artist that just happened to them too?
There was this woman who came from Florida, went all the way to Rihanna's house.
Rihanna, yes. People are crazy. And then
if that's a fan, I don't know.
Probably. But then there was, is it Jeff from 98 Degrees? The guy that was trying to grab his baby, being
daughter.
Baby. What is wrong with people?
Exactly. I don't know who his wife is, but I would be you can't go outside the house with the kids anymore.
And he was all I wasn't scared. You should have been scared. He tried to take your baby.
Well, now let's get okay. Oh my gosh, this documentary brought up so much stuff.
Yeah.
He
We
he
need
was
more.
essentially suicidal.
Yeah. He was basically like, you need to get me some help or I'm not going to be here.
I'm so glad that he was so self-aware that he said that and that they actually did help him.
Yeah, because we lose a lot of people. I mean, what is it? I'm so sorry. I'm not into like the Carter family, but the younger Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Like, there's so many people that we lost way too young because they couldn't cope and they were struggling.
And they had family around, you know?
I don't know what's
the
going
thing
on with
about the Carter family. There was 3 of them. There was the sister. I didn't know that there was another sibling that passed away. I knew about the sister. I think her name was Angel, if I'm not mistaken. And Nick. Oh my gosh, not Nick. Sorry, knock on wood. Aaron. I didn't know about the third one, and I'm actually surprised that Nick, you know, just because of everything that he went through growing up being the youngest one, he didn't have any issues himself.
Well, that we know of.
That's true.
Because if he had so many siblings struggling with addiction, he might have been there too, and we just weren't aware of it and didn't help.
It might I wonder if like the parents are struggling through that as well. I was gonna start talking about like this. Just reminded me also about how parents abuse the kids, right? They take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, we have
maybe this
Macaulay Culkin situation, or like who's the
more recently Hayden Panettiere. She wrote a memoir. And
I didn't hear about that. I was about to say the one that wrote "I'm Glad My Mother's Dead," like that memoir.
Oh, Janet McCurdy.
McCurdy's right. Is it Janet? But yeah, you're like, it's something like that. Janet doesn't sound quite right though.
Jenny? No. So I think it starts with Jeanette.
Jeanette McCurdy. Yeah. Jeanette. But yeah, you hear so many things about, or like you hear about like, even if they're not like outright abusing, they're financially abusing them. Like everything is put on them to take care of the family and stuff.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah. Because I feel like even though they have like, what's that law that they have where like at least 10% of the income has to be put aside for when they're an adult? Like, I feel like they even like find ways to get around that.
That's the worst. Yeah. That really is. I would like to think that I wouldn't be like that with Fitzy. Like I want to be like Keke Palmer's mom.
Like I love Keke Palmer, by the way.
Like, can we like she's a success story.
She's got a podcast too. I need to listen to it more.
Oh, I don't know how she does all that she does. Where does she find the time? Where does she get the energy? Can she send some to us?
Yes, because she's always got like that very bubbly energy going on.
I really think like she's one of the few. Well, let me know. There are a lot of success stories out there, but she's the most recent one. But there's also, as many success stories there are lots of not successful stories.
Yeah, there's not people that made it through unscathed, and there's people that didn't make it through at all. So AJ talking about his addiction was really good too. And also, like I meant to mention this earlier, but AJ talking about how like he loved to perform, and that goes into like how we don't know what's going on with these people because it's all a performance. Like it's all like an out, like it's a persona.
It's a facade.
Yeah. And that's how like when they were talking about like they talk about how girl bands are like very catty and fight and stuff like that, but the boy bands are just as like big on their fights and disagreements, and like you got to act like you love each other, but like you might hate each other. Like you really don't know. Like I'm sure we had no idea what was going on between Kevin and Nick at the time. They had to pretend like,
of course not.
Kevin was probably like, oh, this is like my little brother. Meanwhile, he's like beefing with him.
Definitely. Yeah. And that's typical, like I would think typical, like a family. Yeah. Little fights here and there. But you don't want to show that to the audience.
Exactly. Oh, that reminds me of the one guy. Was it the guy from All for One? Where he was talking about how like, yeah, obviously like we're all gonna like have tips and stuff like that, but like we did it in like a respectful way, because like being disrespectful to each other would be like crossing that line. You got to do the show. You got to put on the performance. Like when you're out in public, you got to act like everything's wonderful when you could be like miserable.
The show must go on.
Well, and we saw that when Aaron Carter died, and then the next day they had to do a performance. Like nowadays,
I think that was a little bit too much. I remember when that happened, and I'm like, you're on stage already?
Well, and like I think that was just the expectation. Like nowadays, if it was somebody, well, so I don't know. This is interesting because I was gonna say,
I think collectively as a group, they should have said, we're canceling, the next 3-4 shows. We're just canceling the concert.
I think some people would have.
The rest of it.
No, I was about to say like nowadays, like you wouldn't be expected, but like one of the members of BTS, they just lost a grandparent, and like the next day they did a concert. But like if it was a sibling, would they have done the concert? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
think maybe it's.
I think it would be like more
with proximity, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
by his grandma. I don't really.
I don't know.
I think it would be easier now to cancel or postpone a concert, or like with a group, like you could just have the one person not be there. Where like back in the olden days, it was like work, push through. We don't care about your mental health. You gotta put on the performance.
Yeah, Jeff said that.
Oh, okay.
Jeff said that. Was it Jeff or was it Nick? It was one of the 98 Degrees guys who said that.
Oh, did they mention like Shawn Mendes or something? Yeah, that might have been Nick.
And another artist, yeah.
Yeah,
which is true.
There's some artists. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on who it is, but apparently they cancel almost 50% of their shows because they'll be like tired or so it's become like a thing where like fans are like, are they actually gonna go on with the show? Or is it gonna
do they get their money
I guess so, or it gets rescheduled or something like that. Okay. But they're still about like their mental health and not burning out, and like that they'll be like, yeah, I'm canceling the show, I'm just too tired. And it was someone I had heard of, I just can't remember who it is. I think they were British.
I wish we could do that.
I mean, it makes sense, but then also it's like, what if somebody took off of work and is traveling to go see you, or like that would be annoying.
That would be really messed up.
I would be like, I'm not going to get tickets to this person's performance because I just can't deal with that.
Yeah. So is he still part of O-Town? Ashley Parker Angel. I said his name all wrong because it's just all first names to me. Ashley Parker Angel.
Oh, yeah. I don't know him. Like, I didn't know O-Town. Like, I just know their one song. I don't think he...
Oh, which one is it?
Oh, what was it?
Let me tell you something. There is one song
Are they the
that they
Abercrombie
have.
Finch?
No, that's LFO.
That's LFO. Let me see. But like he's not in the band because he's something else. I remember them saying.
Okay. He's a physical trainer.
Yeah,
a fitness
or
trainer,
something like that, like health guru.
Because it said O-Town, but I guess it's because he used to be in O-Town.
Yeah, is it All or Nothing? Maybe the guy from LFO that had leukemia and passed away. He was in this documentary about like this like alternative medicine. Like he had gone to some like spa in quotes, like medical spa in like Mexico. And this, I'm basing this off a memory of the documentary I saw years ago, like when I was living in New York, and he was still alive at the time. He had gone to this like quack natural healing medical spa in Mexico, and he had gone into remission with his leukemia. And so he was in this documentary about how like this treatment saved his life and stuff like that. And then like a year later he was dead. He had passed away.
So sad.
So I was like, oh, I guess it didn't work like he had hoped it would. But people like are desperate in those situations.
Yeah.
So
no one's ready to, go.
Yeah, especially so young. It's crazy how young they all were. Like poor Brad.
Devin, and then the other guy that was in the group too passed away. Like it's no wonder that people say that there's a curse. You know, it's really sad. Really, really sad.
I only know that one song by them too.
I don't think I know anything either.
And I will say, he was like, that song still holds up. I was like, no, I don't think that song still holds up.
It's kind of hard to, I don't know.
I mean,
it holds up for us.
It's very catchy, but like, there's like a line about Chinese food makes me sick, and I was like, oh, is that like a racial reference to like MSG?
I don't know.
It's kind of icky. And
I mean,
Abercrombie Fitch is like a whole topic, problematic topic with their like founder and grooming and
Lou Pearlman is such a disgusting old man.
Yeah, he's another fucking old white man.
He really because I'm at the part where Ashley's talking about how he would tell the guys like, take off your shirt, I want to see you're in shape, blah, blah, blah. And you know, if you're not thinking with that type of mindset, you're like, yeah, he's trying to make sure these guys are fit so that the girls go crazy and then spend more money on like concert tickets, merch, albums, you know, whatever.
I'm going to compare him to Trump. Do you remember Trump said, oh, I get to walk into the girls' dressing rooms when they're naked and I can do it because I'm inspecting the facilities?
Creep. You don't need to inspect shit.
It's that kind of thing. Like these men try to like rationalize very loosely why they're doing something inappropriate. Creepy ass men.
Creepy ass.
But I really appreciated Eric Estrada. Is that his name?
Yes. Erik-Michael Estrada.
I really appreciated Erik-Michael Estrada talking about his perspective of like how he struggled once he found out everything that, or not everything, we probably don't know everything, but what was going on with Lou Pearlman and how he had loved him and looked at him as like a father figure. And so he had like, here's this person that I love and they're like a father figure. And then the same person did all these terrible things. And he struggled to like reconcile that because that's real. Because that's the thing, like, especially with like abusers and groomers, they'll like love bomb you and make you feel like you're special and they'll get you like emotionally invested. And meanwhile, they're doing all this crap.
Yeah.
I want to shout out all the fucking people. I'm going to also like give props to somebody. I want to shout out all the fucking people that are like saying shit like, don't be alone in a room with this person, but then not doing shit about it. We saw that here. And we see that
very
with so many different people. We saw that with Harvey Weinstein, I think Kevin Spacey. Like we see that with so many people that we find out were doing terrible things. That people, Eric Swalwell, we saw that. Like there's like the rumor mill. There's all these rumors about inappropriate things happening and like, don't be alone with that person. But then nobody's doing anything about it. And I want to shout out, what is her name?
Allie?
The assistant.
You're talking about on the show? Yeah.
Yes. I want to shout out Allie for being the one fucking person to do something about it.
Thank you.
I was like, thank you.
Allie Nadine, who is now married to Ricky
That was
Garcia.
a little bit crazy too. Like they got a little bit of age gap there.
7 years age.
He was pretty young when they got married. But they fucking got for Allie and actually like hearing something and going up and being like, are you okay? You don't have to be alone in this. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? What is everybody else fucking doing? Because you know, if she heard that rumor, a lot of other people were hearing the rumor.
Of course, but no one was doing anything about it.
Because everybody was making
like
their money.
Don't tell the parent. Don't tell the parent, like, hey, don't leave your kid alone with so-and-so. Crazy.
Yeah.
That was such a crazy story. That fucking motherfucker, Kobe, whatever his name is.
I also appreciated that Ricky talked about how one of the reasons why he didn't say anything is because he recognized that it wouldn't just impact him, it would impact everybody. And I feel like that's something that is a major factor in why a lot of people don't say anything, don't speak up. Like there's other things too, but like that's definitely one of the things, like especially in like an industry like this.
You have like Lance didn't want to say anything.
Right.
Because he was worried about the band.
Yeah. Because it's going to impact the
but
band members,
what happens?
all the staff, all the people working at the venue. It's like it's a big deal if something negative happens because of something that you did or something that came out about
you. I wonder like how the other bandmate, Emery, I think it was Emery Kelly. There was, because there's two of them, right? There was two other, Liam Attridge and Emery Kelly. You know, they just broke apart. It doesn't seem like he holds any resentment towards him.
I think it was just, it seemed like it was, and that was extra sad. It seemed like it was just after they finished their tour, it was all too much for them to find a new manager and like continue on and stuff like that for
Just
everybody.
Going. Yeah.
Because that's got to be like a very like a blow to your mental health, even to be like a bandmate, because you're finding out that this person that's like supposed to be like your brother, like your fellow member, has been going through this whole time, and you had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, right under your nose.
Exactly. So it was probably really difficult for all of them.
They like, I remember these kids, like they must have been on the shows that my nieces were watching, because they look so familiar. Like I see them, not now, but back then.
Well, I think they were on Disney. They were on Lance's show, weren't they? I think they were.
I'm not watching Lance's show, girl. Come
on. Know. Maybe you watched Lance's show. I didn't know about his show. I love that he was like trying to impart wisdom on the next generation.
I have no idea that he had that show. Like after a while, I stopped following NSYNC. Like I just had other things.
I never followed NSYNC, but I always was aware of Lance because he was just everywhere.
Lance is everywhere. Lord have mercy. And then right after him is Joey.
Joey's everywhere.
And then Joey, like just all the money, like he like was losing money, and he had to go out there. He took his ex-wife and daughter
and put them
to his parents.
That's wild.
For a year.
That's wild. I love that they got into like the nitty gritty a little bit of like the legal stuff with the contracts and everything. And how crazy that was.
Well, they have to get into that. I mean, like, that's something that we all already knew about.
But we didn't know the detail. At least I didn't.
No, well, you saw the documentary.
But did they
I don't recall if they were in that documentary.
Did they get into like how Lou Pearlman was like always like a member of the band? And did they?
I knew that he was always the sixth member.
Okay, I did not. That was wild to me. And I did not know about what was Jeff from 98 Degrees talking about, the recoupments. Oh, and how Joey said that like Lou bought him a birthday present and then added it as a recoupment. That's a bitchy move.
The documentary, I think, is Dirty Pop, the boy band scam, and it's on Netflix.
Yes.
So, son of a bitch.
Fucking asshole.
He did a lot of...
And he was not alone. There's so many men like him.
Did. Yeah. What he did, like, obviously, based off of this documentary or the other one, or if you just remember from back in the day, he fucked over NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and God knows how many other groups.
They
right?
had to pay like $64 million.
He was doing all of this fraud. Like one of his close friends because he's from the tri-state area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He
from Long Island.
He committed suicide because he got involved in he probably lost a ton of money because he got involved in whatever Ponzi scheme he was in.
Yeah, because he went to jail for the fraud, not for the boy band stuff, right?
He's from Flushing, Queens.
Oh, Queens.
No offense to Flushing, but y'all are fucked up right now. This man went to jail because of that reason, not because of the boy band stuff. Because they ended up, at least with NSYNC, like he was trying to get their name. I remember that. And that was like a big worry.
Yeah.
I remember that being a big worry for me.
To keep their name and for them and Backstreet Boys to get out of their contracts was like they had to pay like $64 million between the two bands. Like, meanwhile, they didn't get shit. They didn't get money.
They didn't get any money. It makes me wonder, at least for NSYNC, what did they earn really after they paid that off? Because they got their second album out, then they got the third album out, and then that's it. They had a Christmas album.
I wonder if they have the rights to their music, like if they're earning.
I don't know.
Hopefully they're earning.
I wonder, merch, tours. I don't know what money they got afterwards after they paid that motherfucker off, and then everything stopped, and then Justin started his career,
which is why Joey was losing his house.
Exactly. Because he didn't have any money coming in because he was dependent on the NSYNC money. I would think that anytime your music is played on the radio, you get some type of royalty. How much the royalty is, I have no idea.
But that's the thing. Like I think it like depends.
And now with streaming, like I don't know.
So hopefully they're getting something because people still play their music and everything. I mean, every May. It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
That alone. They're like the month of May, and Green Day's the month of September. They got those time periods on lock.
Oh, he's cousins with Art Garfunkel. I forgot about that. Lou Pearlman.
Oh.
Yeah, they're cousins. I don't know how close, but they're cousins.
I would not be associated with that man.
I don't think I think he shows up in that
the pop one
documentary. Now I feel like I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
Either
he comes get Netflix, I'll watch it again. I still don't have Netflix.
Either he came on the documentary or they mentioned it, because I was shocked when I heard it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, he was pled guilty to conspiracy, money laundering, making false statements during bankruptcy proceedings. He was in Bali when they arrested him.
That's right.
Son of a bitch.
So did they have 2 people from each group? That's what it seems like.
Seemingly.
Except for...
we only had Backstreet Boys.
Oh, AJ was the only one from the Backstreet Boys.
AJ is the only one that is out there, if that makes any sense. Like, you'll see him collaborate with like Joey and with Chris and with Lance on things. None of the other guys. And I really think that with this history right now that we're hearing, I think that there is beef on the Backstreet Boys side. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin wants nothing to do with NSYNC. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian also.
They should have fucking played that Disney concert. That's on them. That is on them.
Girl.
It just shows you're never too good for something.
Girl.
It's a job. Do it.
Girl. Like, I remember hearing that story back then. Like, that was supposed to be Backstreet Boys. But was it because they declined it? Or was it because something...
Because somebody, I forget who said it, but somebody on the documentary said, why should we do that when we're on the cover of Rolling Stone? They thought they were too good for it.
That's right. Someone did say that. It was probably Johnny.
I think it was. Because I think he was
Johnny can't stand them.
I think he was like, oh, well, because they pushed back on him. How dare they?
On everything.
But yeah, I think it was him. He said like they declined it. So he was like, well, what about NSYNC? They can do it.
And they did it and they rocked it. But like, I mean, they're still super popular, right? They kind of didn't need it. But if they did it, then NSYNC wouldn't maybe have been as popular.
Yeah. There wouldn't have been as much competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll never know. But yeah, so there could be some beef on their side. I thought there was another one. Who are the members of Backstreet Boys?
Who are the members of Okay, it's okay, Gracie.
It's like
Kevin Richardson.
I know Kevin, Nick, AJ,
Howie.
Who's the other one?
Okay, I have to say Kevin, Howie, AJ, Nick, and Brian.
Maybe it's Nick.
Brian and Kevin are cousins.
Either Nick or Brian. No, Brian's the Trumpy one, right? Okay. Yes. Nick, I thought he did do some videos with NSYNC.
Oh, maybe.
I think he has on Instagram, at least with like Lance or somebody. Cool. Okay, because I think I follow him, or I follow whoever he did the collabs, like the videos with.
I don't think we'll ever see Kevin or Brian. I feel like they're the two most
Brian can fuck off. Sorry.
Oh God.
I got beef with people. Oh, do you want to get into like Boyz II Men and how they were not mincing words? I was like, you say it, Sean, because he was 100% right about how like they came back and basically Motown replaced them with 98 Degrees. And like, I think that there is honestly no animosity between the two of them because I'm pretty sure Boyz II Men and 98 Degrees have like collabed like recently.
Yes, I think they've been on tour together. I'm gonna confirm that.
Sean was like, they basically were like, do black music with white faces and it will be more popular.
And they were not comfortable with that.
Oh, 98 Degrees?
I mean, it was obvious and they were like...
Yeah, that was another thing that was brought up because they brought that up and then All For One brought up about how they need to be either more like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, and they were like, why can't we just be who we are? Like, we're doing really well. Like, why do you want us to be like them? There's enough space for both of us. But, yeah.
Someone like me, and someone like you, like, we would have appreciated having all of them like at the same time.
Yeah.
They each have something to give. Like I know that I'm always like NSYNC. I really like the Backstreet Boys. They were just a different vibe.
Yeah.
They were the more mature group, in my opinion. Their songs were a little bit more on the romantic side, while NSYNC was more on the pop dancey side, if that makes any sense.
Were you like creeped out by the book of the age of consent for each state? I was
Oh
like,
my
gross.
God. They seem to be grossed out by
Yeah,
it.
they do
And
that.
this is 98 Degrees, right? That was 98
Yeah.
Degrees.
Well, now they're parents and shit too, so that probably made them like be like, "Oh, what were you?"
But I wonder, I mean, let's be honest here, right? There are going to be girls that are going to throw themselves at you if you're, you know, a guy in a boy band. You might find them attractive. You might be like, okay, well, I mean, if they're like, I know some of these states, the age of consent is crazy, but I hope that if they say like, oh, I'm 16
Around 14.
and that is the age of consent there, they're just like, oh, still, like, this isn't going to work. But kids lie.
Because they were young.
Kids lie. I can say right now, oh yeah, I'm you know 50 years old. You gonna believe me? I hope you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're 25.
There you go. So I mean, for us, we want to say that we're younger. Younger girls want to say that they're older. It's a really slippery slope. It's a really slippery slope.
I'd be like, show me some ID. Or if you're not 100% sure just by how they look, like, do you really want to like go there?
Yeah.
Like if they don't look like an adult,
They look like a baby. They look like a baby. Don't go there at all.
gross.
I mean, there's reasons why not all of them participated in this or in anything else. They probably want to be able to have control of their narrative. I would like to think that
That's a good point.
Joey sent this to everyone before, but then he won't have any, it won't be a place where everyone is speaking truthfully. So I'm not sure, but I think JC didn't participate because of that reason. And I think that he did do the Richard Marks podcast because he knows Richard Marks and he trusts him, that it's not going to get a little bit out of hand.
That's a good point.
I'm not saying that he doesn't trust Joey, but there are a lot of people who executive produced this alongside Joey.
Richard Marks was like a podcast, so it's like it's more like it's fewer people.
Yeah, it might seem more intimate too, you know.
He might have also just had scheduling conflicts too. Yeah.
Perhaps.
But yeah, you make a valid point. Okay, Cozy King, we forgive you. But it would have been nice for him to spill some tea.
I would like to hear what he has to say because I think that he and Justin are the only ones that haven't said anything. Well, I take it back. JC has. Justin's the one that hasn't said anything. But I would like to hear more from JC on his thoughts. He just might be also a quiet, private person. So, I mean, we don't really see him as much as we see Joey and Lance. And I think third in line is Chris. So, because he'll go out there touring and doing little things here and there with like other, like maybe with like AJ. I think to your point, Nick has done something. I'm here trash talking Backstreet Boys, but they all probably have done something. But JC, you know, he's more behind the scenes, like we've talked about in the past. Yeah. He like does producing, he does writing, so
he's keeping busy.
Yeah, I think he executive produced the Broadway show Titanic,
and he's got like, is it like a Frankenstein thing or something like that now? Like he wrote the whole thing.
Yep.
So that's a lot of work.
Yep.
I'm just looking through my notes. I had a note that we kind of talked about this briefly earlier, but like with the lawyers, that we need to really normalize involving lawyers and other people in decision making, because there's like a lot of pressure to like just sign a contract to get a contract. Actually, it's really funny because the latest episode of Hey Tableau, they talked about that. Oh gosh, what was he saying? I was just listening to this last night too. Tableau was talking about, so Tableau is part of the K-rap group Epic High. And so so it's a trio. And so he was saying that when they went to sign, he didn't, there was something about the contract that he didn't like he wanted it to be like 3 years or something like that. And so he was like, no, we're not going to sign this. And he walks away. And the other two members of the trio were like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And he's like, no, if he really wants to work with us, he's going to call us. And they were like, you totally screwed us over. Like, he's not going to call us. Like, this was our chance to get a contract. And he ended up calling and gave in.
Okay, good. Like, go with your gut
but
feeling.
most people don't necessarily do that because they think like, oh, I'm going to lose this opportunity.
Yes. Yeah. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Because it's such a hard industry to get into.
Yeah. And he also said, like,
and then one minute you're popular and the next minute you're not. Well, one hit wonder.
And he said, like, it ended up making us because it was like that 3 years that they needed because it was year 3 that they had like their breakout. So if they wouldn't have had like the 3 years, they wouldn't have had their breakout.
Yep. Smart move.
So, yeah. So, like, get the lawyers involved. It's not personal, it's business, to quote Tom Hanks in You've Got Mail. I thought it was really interesting to have Jason be interviewed. And also I was like, dude, you left them high and dry. Like he even says, like, JC was so mad at me and I don't blame him. Like, why would you not say, like, hey, I don't feel comfortable like showing up because like the lawyer is like, why is Lou a member of your group? Like, what would have happened if
like you could tell that to the team?
Yeah.
Tell that to the team. Well, I think he thought he would have screwed them over if it ended up being okay. They would have missed their opportunity at being famous. Yeah. But just say it and let them make the decision on their own.
Yeah, like I had a lawyer look this over and they brought up some points that I don't feel comfortable with. If you guys want to go do it, go do it. It was just, that was really interesting because I vaguely remember that Lance was brought in after the fact because somebody dropped out, but I didn't really know anything about Jason.
I knew that he dropped out, but not the reason why.
Dude, so he in the contract it was that Lou got 51%. That already is wild. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like the rest of the members would split the 49, but they wouldn't because he would also be a member. So I think I figured out that meant that each person only got like 16% of what they made. And then he also got a cut if they did anything on their own, which I wonder if that's common because a lot of people do like brands and like commercials and like their own thing. And like some of them get into like they have like their own, like doesn't Rihanna have her own fashion company or like
her own
or something like that?
Intimates.
Okay, so it's like, would that be included in something like this? Like, that's wild. These contracts are crazy if that's the case. And like they rationalize it because they say, well, what we did to help you become popular is benefiting. But like if they were like for NSYNC, for instance, if they were still under that contract, anything that JC did with his Broadway stuff they would get a cut of. Any movies or things that Joey was in, they would get a cut off. Mm-hmm. And they didn't say what the cut was, but I'm sure it wasn't anything tiny.
No.
Yeah. Did you have anything else?
No. I would like to shout out the pop culture expert, but I can't remember her name.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen her before, too.
Oh, did she say something I disagreed with? I'm trying to remember. I feel like she said something and I was like, I don't know if I agree with you. Although I'm not the expert she is.
Who knows if they'll show her again? Like she just comes on and off, but I've seen her before. I feel like she's a journalist.
Yeah. I liked that they had like that 98 Degrees. They're like how they started was so different than like the kind of cookie cutter way that Lou was doing things. Like theirs was more like how it used to be, like the old school way of trying to like make it.
Right. Well, also I think it was for NSYNC and Backstreet Boys being at the quote unquote right place, right time because they were in Orlando. Lou Pearlman was in Orlando. Maybe 98 Degrees, if they were in Orlando, they would have come across Lou Pearlman and he might have wanted to do something with them. But he probably had had this idea of tacking on one more guy, because they were a four member
band. The 5.
So
yeah, because they were in Ohio and then they went out to LA. And then like some of them ditched Jeff and he replaced them with the Lachey's.
Yep.
Oh, another thing. Oh God, I forgot about this. Stephen Mooney. How he talks about how like he tried to go to like the media about Lou and nobody would listen to him.
Oh yeah.
And like that's another, so like shout out to not just Allie but also Steve Mooney for trying.
Right.
Because like he at least tried to go to the media, but like nobody would listen because nobody wanted to like push back against like such a powerful person, I guess.
Like, what was he gonna do? I don't know.
He just had so much power over that area.
It's like a safe space for these mofos.
Yeah. Because everybody's benefiting from being around that. Oh yeah, Lou would say things like he wanted to massage you for exercise.
Disgusting.
Yeah. He opened his robe up in front of people.
Extra disgusting.
Yeah. And then there was that story, was it Ashley, where he talked about how like he was going to be meeting with a German executive and that, oh, just so you know, he's going to ask you to give him a blowjob. So you should practice on me so that you're like prepared for it. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, just I wonder if that works on people. I'm trying to remember if it was like Ashley.
It was no. It was Steve Rich from LFO.
Oh, it was Rich.
Told Steve Mooney like this is what he's gonna do, and that is insane. Oh,
okay. It's starting to come back. Like Steve Mooney, Lou. Who's Lou?
Lou Pearlman.
Oh, don't mind me. I don't know my notes. I'm trying to understand my notes.
Oh God.
Steve Mooney was the one that was put on making the band and was told he was going to be in O-Town.
And then because he didn't do the nasty,
yeah, then he
got booted off
the next day. So then he found compromising. That's the thing. Like he went to the media. He had compromising pictures, Lou, because he went through his house, which that was smart of him. These freaking gross people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here's the part. Angel tells a story Rich told him.
Oh, it was Angel? Okay. I thought it was Steven.
Yeah. Well, my notes anyway, they say Angel tells a story Rich told him. Lou said he was meeting it with a German exec and that he would be expected to go down on him. And then Rich said no. He was in prison for 9 years. I didn't realize he had been in prison that long before he died.
When he passed away, I was like, oh.
Oh, the Ricky Garcia, that manager was Joby.
Oh, I called him Kobe. My bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't deserve to be remembered. He is. Well, if he's still alive and if he's coming out soon, then maybe we should say Joe B. What's the last name?
I don't have it written down.
Oh, and 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, and New Kids on the Block were on tour together. It was called the Package Tour. And it was
okay. Oh, I do remember
in May
that.
2013.
I think we talked about going to it, but we had already gone to one and we were like, Okay, so Richie filed charges in 2018, but there was not enough evidence. And then, so criminal charges, there wasn't enough evidence, but he filed civil charges. And as of 2024, they were in court. I don't know. Oh, wait, he won $6 million. But then Joby filed for bankruptcy. So he's not in prison.
Shit.
He's just walking around free, not giving him his $6 million.
Seriously? He's still out there? All that
because he said that he doesn't think that he's ever going to get the money, but that at least like him being found civilly liable gave him some closure. And they brought up Menudo.
But then he's probably going to be out there doing disgusting things to kids.
Yeah, like he's totally like not in prison where he belongs. Hopefully he's not in the music industry or anywhere.
He's not anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. That was it. I don't know if you want to talk about Joey's
Harte. Harte.
Joby Harte.
That's out there. Yeah. Heart.
The only other thing I have is the deep cuts. I don't know if we want to talk about Joey's ball sack. Like, why? Why, Joey?
Why did we talk about that? Why? Why did he have to bring it up? Like when you said that, like he was going to say something. I thought it was going to be something a little bit juicier than that. That's not anything pertinent to what's going on in any of
And it
these
was like, it
stories.
was just because it like rubbed the wrong way or something when he was dancing. I guess it's interesting to know that that could happen. But yeah, all I wrote down was Joey's ball sack, grapefruit.
Me as a boy mom, I guess it's good for me to know.
Yeah. You won't panic because you might be like, oh, it might not be something super serious.
And you might have just rubbed it the wrong way. Let's just go to the doctor.
But yeah. Oh, I don't even remember why I wrote this down, but I wrote down feel like an object ignoring the celebrity's humanity. That's part of like the whole fandom thing that makes me crazy too, which going back to like Jeff and the guy trying to take his kid and the woman carving the name into her arm and everything. Like we spend too much time putting these celebrities up on a pedestal, taking away their humanity, not giving them any kind of privacy, and like blatantly being like, I'm entitled to everything about you. Like it's almost like we think we have a mindset of like ownership over the person when we do not. We do not.
No, we don't.
Take it down a fucking notch, people.
I would love to
You're
like have
performing.
JC Chasez all to myself, but that's not realistic.
Yeah. You might meet JC Chasez and like hate his personality because it's going back to they are performers. I really like that AJ talked about how like he got into the business because he likes to perform. They're putting on a performance. It is not who they truly are amongst the people that know them in real life. It is a parasocial relationship.
He's AJ, like on the stage as a Backstreet Boy, but he's Alexander.
Yeah.
Ow.
And that's like Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan said like, I'm Chappell Roan when I'm working. I'm Kaylee, whatever the fuck her name is. It's not my business when I'm not working. She's got some really Midwestern name.
It is a job when you think about it.
Yeah,
you want to be able to cut the cord once it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah. No one is entitled to have to work 24/7. You know who actually I've heard is really good about boundaries with like work hours and stuff is Eminem. Apparently he does like your standard business day and bye, I'm going home having dinner with my family.
Okay.
That's what I heard. Erik-Michael got arrested.
Oh yeah.
That he wouldn't be able to get away with that now.
No. Yeah. It's like, forget about it. Everyone is all up in your business. Okay, here we go. Simone Boyce. That is the name of the pop culture journalist.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer. Yes. I feel like I've seen her somewhere. She's a journalist. I wonder what she's been on.
Well, any final thoughts? My final thought is it was great. We need more of it.
I agree. It was too short.
We need kind of like a reconciliation of everything that has happened within all these industries. Lou and Jovi were just two of many people who have destroyed or injured lives.
Yes.
We need like the music industry. We need the acting, like the movie, TV industry. Like we need all of them to come out.
There's going to be so much that there will not be anything left.
You can have like a whole show that could go on for years to talk about it.
Of course.
My true crime girlies, get this done.
Oh my gosh. That would be a very long podcast. It'll go on for forever. Sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It really is. It shouldn't be that way. It's a disease.
Because also it's like, I think it was AJ again, talks about like what a privilege and what a joy it is to go out and provide this entertainment and this like creative art form for people to enjoy. Like music and TV and movies and stuff are so important to people. And like I just saw like a comment on a music video that was like about struggling with like depression and things like that. And somebody said, I hope this artist realizes that this song, somebody listened to this song today and made it through the day because of this song.
So sweet.
Yeah. But on that note, go watch it. Boy Band Confidential.
It's good. It's good. Surprisingly good.
Yeah. We need more. Give us more.
It's a lot more out there too. Yeah. Bring the other guys on.
Yeah, because everybody's probably got a different perspective too.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's very cathartic to
Mm-hmm.
put things out there and make people realize
I think
what
I
happened.
saw that Joey said therapeutic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've had to hold all this stuff inside.
Yep. I'm sure there's more that they're not saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is probably the tip of the iceberg. So, and it's good for people to know. Stuff like this helps us realize people's humanity. Be interesting the perspective of family members of artists as well.
It would be nice. That's a good idea.
Listeners, let us know what you thought about this week's discussion. We are on Instagram. Our handle is at GabBin Podcast. Go ahead and like and follow us while you're there, or you could email us. The email address is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what else we should be discussing. Check out our other podcast episodes. We're on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Please buy us a coffee. We could really use it.
Please do. We need it.
Until next time, thanks for listening to GabBin.
GabBin! We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin. We're GabBin.